This is Harry Vocal, Sound of Australia, the voice off the street. Albanese's Indigenous voice to Parliament. Anthony Albanese is pushing and pushing for the Indigenous voice to Parliament, and he wants you, the Australian public, to vote for it even though you will not know what the fine details are about. And he says an Indigenous voice to Parliament. And we already have people like Warren Mundine and Jacinta Price, fine upstanding members of the Indigenous community, who are not being listened to because they are speaking on behalf of their communities and are saying they don't want the voice to Parliament when they've already got 11 elected officials in Parliament who are the voice. But what does Albanese and his cohort say? No, we're not listening to that, we're going ahead. Now, if that isn't an obvious case of racism and not listening to the Indigenous voice, then I don't know what is. So there's got to be some underlying factor going on with this bunch of morons that are only going to make it more divisive in this country, and it's got to be stopped. There's another interesting point to all of this. I grew up with numerous individuals who are Indigenous, and I understand their background and their love of culture. But so many of the people like the Lydia Thorpes and these white people pushing this are creating such division, and those Indigenous people who just only recognise their Indigenous side when we are all of mixed race these days are confusing the crap out of mainstream. Why is it that only the Indigenous side of their culture is being recognised and anything else, whether it be European, Asian, whatever, is being ignored? And all we hear about is the Indigenous side of it. It's being saturated. We are being saturated with it as if it's the only thing to deal with in this country. Meanwhile, these jerk-offs up the top go about doing whatever they do, while all you out there in mainstream Australia are being conned with this bullshit. And I'm amazed at the number of people I hear out there, especially you younger ones, that are believing this bullshit. This is Harry Vocal.